Hey everybody, and today I'm going to review The Bad Batch since I'm very lost in time since I reviewed it. And I'm just very lost in track. That's what I'm trying to say. And yeah, I love the show and I'm really liking where it's going, even though the finale's in a few days. Oh man, I can't wait, honestly. So let's talk about it. I'm going to review the rest of the episodes each week. I'm going to review 3 episodes a week, and this is for see how much I can get through since I'm at episode 5. Okay, episode 5 is where the Batch gets sent on a mission to find out who the bounty hunter was after Omega, and they go on a mission that leads the Batch to get kidnapped, and until Omega learns her ways and is able to rescue them. And yeah, and here's a spoiler alert. We can see the Rancor possibly from Return of the Jedi. I learned from Star Wars Explained that it was one from one of the books, but honestly, if the audience is watching it who does not read the books, they're gonna think it's the Rancor from Return of the Jedi. It honestly is. And so yeah, I like this episode for we get to see Omega grow as a person. Like, she's more confident in saving others and confident in herself. She's not afraid, and the Batch are afraid of what will happen, whatever she does. And I kind of like how she is able to figure things out better by figuring out who Sid was, even though the Batch couldn't figure it out at all because of their, I don't know, whatever, their mindset or whatever. And yeah, this episode was I liked it. I didn't love it as other episodes because this show has done some good things. But like, other than that, this episode I'd give like a 7 out of 10. I love seeing Bib Fortuna. Like, we get a Jabba reference. We haven't seen Jabba in a long time in Star Wars. He was like big after Return of the Jedi. He would like appear in like as multiple versions in the New Hope. Even have like a human version, but I'm getting off topic. But yeah, that's my thoughts on this episode. That's literally it. I like the sand backgrounds to it. Like, it's desert and with rubble that the Badge is surrounded by, and they're showing like slave labor, and that's a deep topic. And like, it just Star Wars explores deep topics in a way that it tries not to be an adult themed show, because I don't think Star Wars has ever gone really adult. But other than that, this is a good episode. And let's move on to episode 6. Let's find it. Okay, episode 6 was about the Batch and looking for this battle droid thing's head, and they go to this factory, and then it goes wrong, and then they meet the Coruscant twins from the Ahsoka Walkabout arc. And yeah, this episode was not as good as the last one. I wasn't really that entertained. I felt like this episode was just action packed. That's really it. And then like, I didn't hate it. Of course not. It was nice seeing the sisters again, even though those characters got backlash or whatever. But I don't want to talk about that stuff. But yeah, it was cool. And here's an interesting part. As they're on this mission, they're trying to survive in this factory from battle droids non-stop attacking them. Wrecker gets hit because he's been having headaches throughout these episodes, and then like, he kind of gets into Order 66 mode for like a few seconds, and then he's out of it. And yeah, that's what leads to the next episode. So that had me, when I watched it, I was really anticipating what was going to happen next, because like, Order 66, ooh, that's bad news. And yeah, I think this episode was fine, but I think it got better towards the end. So yeah, I find this episode decent. I'd probably give it like a low 7 out of 10. Like, in the animation, still spectacular. I like how all these characters are designed. I like how they're sticking with how they looked in the season 7 of the Clone Wars. And yeah, that still is great, to be honest here. And so yeah, I don't really have anything else to say about this episode, so let's move on to one of my favorites for obvious reasons. Episode 7, that's where the Batch meet Rex, who was in hiding, which is very interesting because we never got to see what Rex did outside of it until we saw him in Rebels with Trigger and Wolf, and we didn't really get to learn what he did after he committed Order 66 and got his chip removed and rescued Ahsoka. And we get to see that he's in hiding, but he's still fighting, and he also appeared as a hologram in the last episode, and it was nice. It was nice seeing him. I love Rex. Captain Rex is one of my favorite clones. With a very great backstory and a great relationship with like Anakin and stuff. But yeah. So what is this episode about? It's about the Batch and teaming up with Rex to get their chips out of their heads. The Order 66, and as they're trying to get the surgery to remove it, Wrecker's chip fully goes off, and it causes him to go berserk, and he attacks the Batch and Omega Rex, and Omega is really trying to survive, and I like how she believes in others, and she doesn't want to just leave everyone behind. She's actually willing to care, because it shows that she cares towards the Batch. And it's really heartwarming to watch, and so yeah, and seeing Wrecker attack her it's hard to watch because like we know they were bonding, right? They bond really well, and like seeing it all kind of just be almost run away until Rex knocked him out, and then all the chips get removed, and then Rex fades away into the night, literally as Star Wars Explained said, and then. As they were talking in the remains of the rubble to get their chips removed, they are spotted by suspicious people that leads them to set up the next episode is where the Empire is going to hunt them, which I can't wait to talk about in the next episode. This episode, oh man, I can't wait. And yeah, I like these episodes for they weren't the best, but like I think they were good for what I watched. Because I like most Star Wars things, and yeah, I like seeing these characters, because I never thought the Bad Batch would really ever get their own show until, yeah, they announced it, and I really can't wait for season 2. And, yeah, if you saw these episodes, please tell me what you thought. And if this video doesn't do well, I'll definitely still do Bad Batch reviews, because I love talking about anything Star Wars, besides negative stuff. But, yeah. And, like, I don't know, there's nothing really else I gotta say. So, yeah. Thanks for watching. May the Force be with you always.